After World War II, Germany and Berlin was divided by the Allies into East and West, with the East being under communist control and the West being under democratic control. The West was divided up into three parts, and each part was given to France, Great Britain, and America. Soviets put a blockade around West Berlin to get the Allies out of Germany, and this led to the Berlin Airlift. The Berlin Airlift is made up of American airplanes coming and dropping about 20,000 tons of food, supplies, and resources per day for a whole entire year. The Soviets removed the blockade once they saw it did not work. On August 13, 1961, the Berlin Wall has started to rise. This means that a concrete barrier will be splitting lots of families in East and West Berlin. Before the wall was built, lots of East German soldiers and citizens had to help build the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was first made out of barbed wire and then later replaced and updated by concrete slabs. The East people were confused when the wall was there because it was blocking them from leaving to go to the West. The East German government said that the wall was there to protect the East Berlin people from the West Berlin people. My mother, Britta Marx, was born on June 10, 1970. When I interviewed her about the Berlin Wall, she said,
I personally always believed that the wall was there to keep people from leaving, not from coming back and destroying the young country, but from leaving and being free. And I always thought to myself, it's just like a little cage with a bird. Keep the cage open. If the bird comes back, then it's happy to be there. So I always thought the same thing, keep the wall open. And if they come back, then they're happy to be in the country. But that was never the case.
Shortly after the wall was built, President John F. Kennedy went to the Berlin Wall to protest and gave his famous Ich bin ein Berliner speech, which actually means I'm a jelly donut. He meant was, I'm a Berliner too. Kennedy knew he made a mistake and made a joke about it.
Today, in the world of freedom, the proudest boast is, Ich bin ein Berliner. I appreciate my interpreter translating my German.
Once the wall was closed, many East German people tried to escape, like digging tunnels from west to east, going little submarines underwater, hot air balloons, and even a zip line at night. A lot of East German citizens died by getting shot at in an area called the Death Strip. The East German guards would shoot to kill the escapee that is trying to cross the border. One person who had a famous escape was an inner East German border guard named Konrad Schumann, and he escaped by jumping over the barbed wire fence at one of the controlled border crossings called Checkpoint Charlie. While the other guards were talking, Konrad got his courage and jumped to freedom. My mother, Britta Marx, told me about another escape with a hot air balloon.
Well, there was also another story where somebody tried to escape with a hot air balloon from East Berlin. And what happened, they planned everything, in the night they packed the hot air balloon and they went up, and everything was as planned, except the weather changed and the wind, while they were leaving and the wind was blowing them to the west, the wind changed and it blew them right back over to East Berlin.
On June 12, 1986, President Ronald Reagan gave his most famous speech in Berlin, Tear Down This Wall.
Today I say, as long as this gate is closed, as long as this scar of a wall is permitted to stand, it is not the German question alone that remains open, but the question of freedom for all mankind. General Secretary Gorbachev, if you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Secretary Gorbachev saw that Eastern Europe was falling apart, so he allowed the German people to dismantle the wall. On August 9, 1989, East German government now allowed people to cross the border to West Berlin and go anywhere they want in the world. That night at midnight, lots of East Berlin people came to the wall to see if it was true, and it was. That night, people brought hammers and other tools to take chunks of the Berlin Wall with them so they can remember the wall forever. The East German border guards watched the citizens tear down the wall because this was a happy moment to let East Germany become free. But now, they have the choice to go wherever they want. Most of the people will actually return to their homes in the East. On October 3, 1990, Germany was officially reunited, and this day is now a national holiday in Germany. Today, the wall is marked by red bricks that are in the holes where the wall used to stand. Today, the wall is also sold in souvenir shops as souvenirs. Thanks for watching my video.